Morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Matt the Awakening Angler. Here's your morning fishing report. Before I get to the morning report, I'm going to say something real quick. I was inundated with messages and from people yesterday, and showing me the video of these guys that cheated out on that Lake Erie walleye tournament, and wanted to know what I thought of that and my opinion on everything. And I guess what I can say is it doesn't surprise me, unfortunately. I wasn't surprised, I should say. I wasn't surprised. I guess in the grand scheme of things, I'm pleasantly surprised that it doesn't happen more in stuff like this. Cheating happens in major sports, in every major sport. Cheating certainly happens in the outdoor world. We all know people that catch over their limit or shoot more deer than they're supposed to in a year, and so it happens like that as well. These guys broke a lot of people's trust, not just in them, but in the system and in the events, and it opens up the door for speculation and negativity. And you guys all know that's not me. I don't want any part of negative anything. Certainly people. I don't associate with negative people. They're not in my life, because I don't want their negativity rubbing off on me, and it will. You spend enough time, whoever you spend time around, positive people, it rubs off on you. Negative people, it rubs off on you. Period. I don't think anybody can question that. Oh, I hang out with the worst people, but they're great. That's a long-winded way of saying these guys did it for all the wrong reasons, what they did, and now they're going to reap that harvest from everything they did. Legally, they might be able to get them for something now on this particular tournament. They're not going to have any way to go back on these other tournaments and prove anything, unless they admit to it, which I guess why would you? So as far as that goes, now sponsors and the tournament trail and stuff like that, sure, I'm sure they're going to sue to get that money back, and all the people that have contributed to these guys. And from the way it looked, I'm sure there's a lot of sponsors that are like, man, my name is all over this, and that nothing they could do about it. They didn't know. So they did it for the attention of it, and now here, I don't want to give them what they want. This is going to be the last time I'll publicly talk about it. I can tell you that, because someone that does something like that, you got bigger, deeper issues than fishing, and I'm not going to spoon feed you what you're looking for, which is attention, ultimately. And you don't care how you get it. These guys wanted to be walleye tournament gods, and they were willing to cheat to do it. And, well, they got caught, and now I can't imagine what their life's going to be like now because of what they did. Hard to feel sorry for that. But I'm not piling on it anymore. So that's that. On to the bigger and better stuff. It turned out to be a beautiful day. It was gray skies this morning. 47 degrees when I left the dock this morning at about 6:45. Had a pretty stiff north wind this morning. It was all a 10, maybe a touch higher, and cold. And I'll tell you, since it started back on Thursday, it is seriously affected the fishing out here. I have been in and around a lot of fish since then with myself and a lot of people that can catch them, and we've caught some. I caught a few today, but it's not there yet. Water temp this morning until the sun came out was 60.3 to 60.5 in the main lake. I'm out here mid-lake in 20 foot of water. So it's definitely dropping. Even these 40-degree nights are dropping it slowly. We're getting ready to get into the witching hour. I think we can get this wind to turn back around to the west. I'd even take an east wind right now, just as long as it wasn't north. And I think it's going to be really game on. In, you know, whether you're fishing shallow, which I was this morning, but I've had a mixed bag kind of day. I even caught a shad, an adult shad, first one ever of my life. Caught an adult shad out here on a moonshine big jigging shiver minnow, and he woofed it too. And I thought I had a walleye. He was all over the place and darting around, 15 inches long. That's a first for me. And a PB. So my shad record is 15 inches. Cool fish. And then I had a smallmouth and a walleye, not at the same time, on a jerkbait. And I've been fishing one spot hard, but for 4 hours, moving around it, checking it, looking at the windward side edges. There's been fish all around. And I've thrown everything at them. I've went back and forth between walleye gear, smallmouth gear, crossover gear, the A-rig. I threw the A-rig extensively this morning and never had a swipe at it. Not a one. And every time I threw it, I felt like, oh, right on. They're going to smash it any second, and didn't. You know, maybe it's too much for them in this weather. I don't know, this high pressure, or maybe they're just all off. I'm not sure. You know, and even when that's being said, you still have guys that are just going to tune them. Depends on the school of fish. You know, maybe I should have bounced around more and looked for different schools and taken their temperature quick, 10-15 minutes, jig right on top of them. If you don't do anything, then you move. I could have did that this morning. It's Sunday. I didn't really feel like doing that. I felt like doing something in one spot and taking my time and doing it thoroughly and really seeing. So that's my day. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. I'm looking for the right solar lunar app. Mike sent me the one late last night. I'm going to install it today, so we'll start doing our science experiments tomorrow. I'll figure out a format and something we can follow along with. It'll be cool. So Chris Bryan, thanks for the idea. Joe Mazurski, I know you're not Mazurski, Mazurek. Sorry, Joe. You were looking up ones too, so I'll send you the name of the one that I use. I'll tell everybody. I won't just tell Joe. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. As always, remember, don't let anybody else rain on your parade, man. And the vast majority of, I don't know, don't let anybody rain on your parade. Don't give these guys what they want. They wanted attention. Don't give it to them. They will. God, they're gonna. I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine. So, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Sunday fun day. It's October 2nd. Couldn't be more beautiful out here today. Have a great day. See you guys tomorrow morning. Keep your tip up.